You got to bring a lot of money to the
You
table.
got to put 25% down.
So I know Chris will tell you that we invented the BRR.
I was going to say, we were doing this before it was cool to do it.
Yeah, before it was talked about, right?
Yeah.
But we absolutely 100% we recommend that you do this. Like it should be a part of every real estate investor's toolkit and on your mind as you're working your investment business. It's been a real key to Chris and I having success in establishing and building our own network, our own portfolio of properties. So why don't you talk a little bit, Chris, about kind of how that process works from, when we are finding a really good multifamily opportunity that's in distress and how we kind of take it through the process to renovate it and then hold it.
Way more important than flipping houses is buying and holding. Way, 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 way more important. That's we've said it before, but flipping houses pays the bills. Once you stop flipping houses, the income stops coming in. But holding on to some property and keeping it as passive income and cash flow, that's what's going to get you wealthy. I mean, it just separates. All of our wealth is basically obtained through what we hold. We make a good living flipping houses, but you definitely want to have that as a big part of your strategy. Holding real estate, a very, very large part of your strategy. It's very important to have that as a part of your strategy. We will buy a distressed multifamily home, fix it up, and then refi it with a local bank. In most local banks, you got to find the right bank and have the right relationship, but it's not hard to do if you're legit. We'll refi you out at 75% of appraised value. I have two banks that will generally refi me out at 75% of appraised value. You might have to, work the numbers for the bank to meet their criteria. Like they want to make sure you put enough money into the property. So you just do up a spreadsheet. Yeah, I put that much money into it. Who's to say you don't? But you buy it at a certain price and you rehab it to a point. What you owe on that original hard money loan or whatever loan you got is less than 75% of appraised value. And if you do it that way, you're into these properties for no money out of pocket. So you buy it for a certain price. You add a bunch of equity into it by rehabbing the property, and then you end up getting the property value 75% is more than what you owe on the property. You refi it. Typically, you don't do cash out. So as long as you can get it the value more than 75% of what you owe on the loan, you do it for no money out of pocket. Pretty good. I'm getting ready to do it for a property. I just about finished it.
Yeah.
Just starting the loan process.
Yep, absolutely. So a couple things that you want to think about, right? When you, as a real estate investor, as a rehabber, you are in the best possible place to be able to find good opportunities for buy and hold. And what I mean by that is if you want to buy and hold properties, you have the option to go onto the MLS and buy what they call turnkey properties, right? So a property that's already been all renovated, is in great shape, maybe even has tenants in it, paying tenants in it, and you can pay market price for a property like that if you buy it on MLS. And basically it's turnkey, right? You buy it, income's already coming in. It's going to be able to cover your mortgage. You did the analysis of the numbers and everything looks good. But we do not recommend that you go about buying long-term holds that way. We recommend being able to build in that equity that you have right out of the gates by buying a property that's in distress. So you're not buying it with a permanent bank financing loan to start, but you're buying it with private money, hard money, whatever the situation may be, and you're rehabbing it. Because by doing that, as long as your numbers make sense, and like Chris said, the key there is to make sure that what you've put into it, your purchase price and all the rehab costs and associated soft costs are less than 75% of the value of the property once it's all fixed up. Chris, you want to add something?
Yeah, so you said doing it by finding a house that's ready to go on MLS. What's
Right.
the big negative about that?
You got to bring a lot of money to the table.
You got to put 25% down.
Mm-hmm.
So around here, like a 3 families, 4 to 500,000. You're putting down like 100 grand. Or you can do it like I said, buy it for in the low twos, put like 100 into it, have it appraised for like 450. 75% of 450 is probably less than what you owe, 300, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really good. I'm not quite as good anymore. But 75% of like 450 is 337.
Yeah,
So buy it at 220, put 100 into it, and all your costs you into it for 340, get it appraised for 450. The bank will refi you out for 340. Now you've got yourself an asset that's going to make you $2,000 a month roughly for no money down. That's a good thing. I like that.
yeah.
I like to do it a lot. I like to do it. If I could do it every month, I would. If I could find 3 families for 200 grand every month, I would do that. But
Yeah.
you got to hunt for them.
Yeah, sure. So some tips on this, they're asking.